Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dale. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to give you guys a look inside AFM Hardware, introduce you to Chris Minnick, and let him explain what some of the capabilities he has there are. Alright guys, we're sitting down with Chris from AFM Hardware. I just want to give you guys a close look at what it is he can do. So Chris, I know you do make aircraft parts, but tell me how or what you use, I guess. Tell me about it a little bit.
Yeah, we do aviation parts and non-aviation parts, anything from aluminum to steel to, we do Kydex vacuum forming, we have a CNC router, so anything that basically we can make with those tools. Waterjet right here.
So like on the Waterjet, what do you cut out on the Waterjet mainly?
The Waterjet's a unique piece of equipment because you can cut out almost any material. It uses high pressurized water and garnet and steel, aluminum, more exotic materials, titanium. You can use just water to cut gasket material, rubber, we cut glass, just a lot of materials.
Okay. So now when somebody would want a piece of glass cut, or a piece of rubber for that fact, what do they bring you? Like, do you have approval to do these things, or do they have to supply you with approval, or how's that work?
For aviation parts, they need to supply us with all the specifications that are necessary to manufacture the parts.
Okay.
So drawings, prints, material specifications, and all of that sort of information.
Okay.
If it's just a part for your ATV or something like that, you can bring us drawings, you can give us a solid model, CAD, you can give me a napkin, and we'll work with you. Okay, Chris. So you talked about vacuum forming, but tell me what you make with that. Like, how does that work? So we do anything. Typically, aviation interior parts are made out of Kydex, so we do a lot of that. Somebody will bring us prints, or they'll bring us a broken part, and yeah, we need some material specifications and things like that, but we can work with you. And yeah, we make, for instance, this is an interior part for an airplane that we made. This will get trimmed out. So somebody brought us a broken part and gave us some information, and then we made this form on our CNC router, and then vacuum formed the new interior part.
Okay, so that just sucks down over that and meets.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's cool. Okay, so now you were talking about the CNC router also. Like, tell me some of the things you've done on there so far. I mean, what are your capabilities there?
The CNC router is it's 8 feet by 5 feet is the bed size, so pretty much anything that fits in that window. It'll machine woods, plastics. We can do some aluminum on it. Just depends kind of on what the material is and how it's designed. But yeah, we do all of our forms for the vacuum form on it. We do form blocks for some aluminum parts. We can pretty much do anything. Furniture. Yeah.
Okay, so like furniture, like somebody needed one piece made, or 100 pieces. Like that's easy for you to do.
Yeah, like I said, the best would be to provide us with some CAD data, but if you have something kind of crazy in your mind and you're trying to dream it up, we can work with you and do all the CAD and stuff for it. Ones and twos are okay, but yeah, we can do 100 pieces or whatever you need.
Okay, and you can normally be fairly economical on the ones or twos, but obviously it gets more economical the more you do.
Exactly.
Okay. And you're not just aviation parts related. You could do work for the local furniture guy down the road, or the local glass company, or whatever, really, with that machine.
Yep.
And you guys will take that on.
Yep.
Wow, so that's cool. So you guys do aviation and you do non-aviation.
Yep.
So what are some of the, I guess, the more difficult things that you've done, like on the Waterjet or the CNC router, that turned out a lot better than you expected?
The glass was kind of a really tricky thing. The Waterjet actually does a really good job, but it just seems kind of daunting. Somebody brings you a piece of glass and you're going to punch through it with 60,000 psi of water. But yeah, once we got everything dialed in, yeah, they turn out pretty good. Occasionally we'll have a piece break, but yeah.
Okay, so cutting the glass, like somebody doesn't just need a square piece of glass, they wouldn't use a Waterjet for it, right?
Typically not. There's probably machines that'll give you a little bit better edge if you just need a straight line, but a lot of the stuff we've done is like for river tables and things like that, where you have a lot of complex curves and stuff like that. So.
Okay, I was wondering how that was done. So that's cool. That's cool. What material can you use, I guess, in the vacuum machine? Like, is it just the Kydex you can do, or I guess what are your capabilities there?
Any thermal formable plastics, so Kydex, Lexan, any sort of polycarbonate, acrylics, polyethylene.
Wow. So, but on the vacuum sealer, that's probably more like making a one-off piece wouldn't be economical, or
making the parts, we can, per part it's actually not that bad. The main cost comes in with making the dies. So if we have to do CAD and make a die and finish the die, that's where your cost is going to come in. But from that point on, your parts are actually pretty economical.
Okay, so nobody can bring you a part and you can't use that part to vacuum seal over. Like, you have to make a form.
Yeah, there's ways that we can make fairly economical dies if we know that you're only going to be making one part or two parts off of it. But if we're going to make something that's going to last for multiple parts, then they get a little bit more expensive.
Okay. So tell me, back to the aircraft parts, I guess. Like, how does that work as far as meeting specifications? I know you said like they have to meet the specifications. So do you do that work? Do you work with a DER? Or how does that work to be able to make those parts?
A lot of the stuff that we do kind of falls under the owner-manufactured category. So the airplane owner has to provide us with drawings, material specifications, and that sort of thing, and we'll make the part to conform to those specifications. But at that point, it's up to the mechanic or the installer to determine the acceptability of that part. But we'll make it to whatever specifications that the customer brings us.
Okay, but the customer would have to do the work of knowing that it is in the owner-manufactured category, that so it's approved. Right. Okay. But then, just like aircraft parts that a mechanic's putting on an airplane, they have to certify that it's a good, usable part.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I want to talk a little bit more about your CNC capabilities. Like, I know we've said people can bring you whatever, but as far as customers local versus from another state, like, you have capabilities to do short runs or large runs also for anyone, right?
Yeah. You can walk in here and we'll work with you on working on the design or whatever, but you can also email us or give us a call, and if you're out of state, and we can do a prototype for you maybe if that's what you need, and we can send it out, or just to make sure that everything is what you want, and then if we're doing a large production run, then we can ship it to you.
Okay, so shipping trucks are in and out of here all the time. That's not an issue. Yeah. Okay, so right now you are accepting work from anybody, like with the vacuum form, the Waterjet, or the CNC. Like, really, anybody can call you and you'll work with them, give them a quote, that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, great. Thank you for sitting down with me today, Chris. I hope that gives you guys a little better idea what Chris does here at AFM. If you have any of those needs, local or not local, give him a call. Reach out to him, and he'll be happy to work with you guys and give you a quote. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed getting to learn what they can do at AFM. I will put Chris's contact information in the description below. Don't forget, if you're not already, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.